This is my new pedalboard build. Don't worry about this just yet. This is going to be a future video, okay? Mind your own business. The secret weapon of this pedalboard is not here. It's underneath. That. Don't mind the mess. That. What is up, YouTube? My name is Buddy Blues, and today we have something quite special for you. Browne Amplification are the folks that brought you the protein pedal. I will link it here. It is one of my most watched videos, and it is one of the best overdrives on the market today, in the world, the whole world, all of it. So today's review is going to be less playing and more informational. There are things, people, that you really need to know in life, okay? And I'm here to give you said information. This little black box is going to fix so many things for you. It's going to be mind-blowing. It's also called the FIXER. So I know this is one of those subjects that are like, it's kind of like a compressor video where you can't really make it exciting and stuff like that. But it's information that I find extremely exciting, and I hope you do too. And it's unbelievably useful as well. It's one of those behind-the-scenes things that just solves so many problems. Here's an example. The only way you're gonna get truly the sound of your guitar, those pickups, those brand new pickups that you put in, they're expensive. Your guitar is $5,000, your amp is $12,000, right? You've got this killer rig, and you use a 25-foot cable. Forget the pedals for now. Forget the pedal board and the pedals. It's just guitar, cable, amp. That 25-foot cable, if you think is not deadening and muffling your Strat sound, your guitar sound, or whatever, if it's not muffling that signal, you'd be incorrect. The only way to fix that is to plug a patch cable, you know, one of those pedalboard patch cables, the 3-inch, 6-inch ones, into the amp and into the guitar. That's going to get you as close of a sound as the guitar. But that's where a buffer comes in. I should say a good quality buffer. One of the closest analogies that I could think of is, think of a water hose. I got that from Josh from JHS. Think of a water hose. If you have a 3-foot water hose and you turn the tap on, the water's gonna come out. If you have a 100-foot hose and you turn the tap on, it's gonna take a while, isn't it, for the water to come out? It's gonna be the same thing with cables. Now, where do we find a lot of cables? You guessed it, pedal boards. If you don't think your pedal board has about 25 to 30 feet of cabling, you'd also be wrong. People, there's about that much. In a big, like a normal sized pedal board, there's a lot. Now, you may think, but Buddy Blues, my Tube Screamer has a buffer in it. Yes, but that buffer is garbage. I mean, it is. It's not like it's not a dig. Every single Boss pedal has a buffer in it as well. It's not a good quality buffer. It's just not. That's not where they're focusing on. All right. The difference between true bypass and buffered bypass, we're not going to get into any of that. There's plenty of people that explain it way better than I do. Like the rig doctor, Mason Marangella from Vertex. Check him out. JHS, check them out. Everybody explains it better than I do. Okay. One isn't better than the other, buffered and true bypass. We're not going to get into that. He's getting into that. Don't get into that. But there are facts, and the fact is if you use a lot of cables, it's going to change, muffle, deaden the sound of your guitar. The highs go away and the lows become kind of flubby, kind of like not there. They're not tight anymore. So that's where a good quality buffer comes in. And that's what our fine folks at Browne Amplification, our dear friends, did. Let me show you what we've got. In, out, easy peasy. We got 2 knobs here, one red one, one silver one. We'll get into that in a second. You have a mute, you have a tuner out, and your output, obviously. Tuner out sends it to your tuner directly if you don't want the tuner in the chain. Mute still allows for that to come out. So you have a mute if you want to switch guitars or anything. Brilliant on set. We'll get to switching guitars in a second. It has arrived. The second has arrived. And here you have an A-B switch. This is A, this is B. At noon, both of them is going to be unity gain, right? One of this one, if we're in A, it's going to be unity gain. So whatever comes in, comes out. You can use it as a boost. If we were to boost that, for example, that turns this side on. You switch between the sides. That's all there is. Side A, side B, it's just a boost pretty much. Middle is unity gain, like I said, about 12 o'clock.
But Buddy Blues, I already have a boost on my pedal board.
Now, as a professional musician myself, I never take just one guitar to the gig, right? I'll take a Strat and I'll take something with humbuckers, for example. My PRS 594. Now, my PRS 594 has a lot of output. My Strat doesn't. It's a low output one. So, with this on the board, I could set this one a little bit higher, this one at noon. I'll be on this side when I've got the PRS plugged in, switch to this side, and I've got the same level now. I don't need to tweak anything anymore. The amp, the pedals, none of that. That's taking care of it.
But Buddy Blues, I heard that a buffer before my fuzz is gonna ruin my vintage fuzz.
So don't put it behind the fuzz. All right, there are no rules. So some pedals, like if you have a vintage fuzz or even a modern fuzz that's pretending to be a vintage one, like kind of like the germanium, whatever, they're going to be very sensitive to the impedance, very sensitive to the input and what hits it first. So those are the things that you would put before. That's what I did. So what I've got is fuzz, wah, this, and everything else. A buffer before an overdrive is not going to hurt it. And in fact, sometimes, a lot of times, the pedal itself prefers that. It likes that level. It likes to be hit with that level. You'll get the true sound. And then there's no more muffled. You know, you plug your guitar in, you built this brand new pedal board, you plug the input and output, and then your clean sound is just with all the pedals off, just sounds muffled, even though you've got a lot of buffered, bypass, whatever pedals on there. The FIXER fixes. I've got mine under my pedal board using it as just a straight buffer, but when I rearrange this board, we're gonna talk about this later, I'm gonna probably put it on top and use it as either a boost or if I'm doing the whole switcheroo of the guitars. Now you may be wondering, when is this fool going to play a guitar? Right now, here's what I'm gonna do to demonstrate this a little bit better. I've got a loop switcher, one of those things that you just put patches in it, like pedals and stuff, whatever. In the first loop, I've got a 25-foot cable. In the second loop, I've got another 25-foot cable. You're never gonna have 50 feet of cabling, really, unless you do 25 in and 25 out of the pedal board. And then in the third loop, I'm going to put the FIXER. I'm gonna play the guitar straight through, so you'll hear it. Then, I'm gonna bring in the first cable, then the second cable. You're gonna see how muffled it is. Then I'll bring this guy in, and you'll see how much clearer everything comes back up. Ladies and people, this is gonna be a short playing review. I'm not gonna do any pedal demonstration or anything. I'm just showing you how brilliant this is and why you need one on each and every one of your pedal boards. All my pedal boards have a very good, decent buffer on them. You should do the same. Let's get to it. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have now heard. Have you heard? Not really. You heard my guitar. You heard what my guitar should sound like. That's what you heard. So, signal is clear. You saw it. Thank you so much for watching. Ladies and people, don't forget we have a merch store underneath. Okay, and I'm gonna link this as well. It's not an affiliate link. I was not paid to do this video, but Browne Amplification did indeed send me this pedal. Already has Velcro on the back because it already went on the board. Get your t-shirts, get your hats, get your mugs, Buddy Blues mugs, all of that. All right, then you'll look cool on the streets. Please subscribe. And thank you for sticking around and watching me rant for about 10, 11 minutes, however this has been. I've been Buddy Blues. You have been the people of the blues. Until next time, thank you for watching.